Hello, I am the Ronin Pawn, or I am a silhouette representing the Ronin Pawn. Can you hear me? Twitch.tv/Ronin Pawn. Can you hear me? YouTube.com/Ronin Pawn. Am I live? Is this real? Is this even happening? Voluntarily, liar, you killed him. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, baby. Am I real? Am I live? Can you hear the thumping, beating, basing, pumping, growling? Can you see the words that are coming out of my mouth? The beat is kind of annoying, says Cavoodle. Yeah, I would expect that after as many minutes as I've been letting this roll while I've been setting things up. I'll tell you what, though. We can change that. Eventually. You know, not now, but at some point. Whoa! I've been cast into darkness. The outer realms. Oh, I've been cast into the ether. I've been cast into the ecliptic, plane. The ecliptic plane. We're on the ecliptic plane, everyone. Look at it, will ya? Am I doing this right? Yeah, 1280 at 60 frames per second, 3200 kbps, indeed. Loud and clear, this is Kalanian Western Dicer. Kalanian Western Dicer. Why you gotta say Dicer, man? You make me feel bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the live stream. I swear to God, it's gonna kick off here sooner or later if we just stick with it. If we just believe, look at, I'm huge. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SoundStage. SoundStage VR, virtual reality platform for synthesized musics. This is the source of the beats. Do you see the beats that are coming out of my beats? It's right there, baby. Yeah. We're not gonna look at you like big and in the middle of our screen the whole time, are we, Pawn? Well, some of it eventually, but for now, we're going to go back to me down in the corner. Check it out, SoundStage. Ladies and gentlemen, I will apologize to those of you who are expecting something else. Wait, no I won't. Screw you who are expecting something else today. It's SoundStage. SoundStage. Huh? Let me just look at chat over here. He is still on 3 hard drives sleeping. Yes, the bot is down for the day, ladies and gentlemen. We had a massive failure of the bot. We had a hard drive failure, and by we I mean Noah Craw, and let us all hang our heads and have a moment of silence for Noah Craw. Because it is a horrible thing to lose a hard drive with all of your data and all of your work, all of your creations. And he is still in the process of struggling to see if he can't bring it back to life, so let's all just... can we get an RIP Noah Craw's hard drive in chat? Can I get an RIP Noah Craw's hard drive? Hallelujah, praise Jesus! Pawn, we can't see a damn thing, it's all blackness. Well, wait, Pawn, are you being a DJ today? Ride the free wave and play some free phonics. This is Hologram 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ronin Pawn's Free Phonics live stream, brought to you by the Ronin Pawn on twitch.tv/Ronin Pawn, youtube.com/Ronin Pawn. Subscribe today, yeah. No, we're not doing that. No, Pawn, no, you cannot. What can I not do? No, you are not. What am I not? I am everything. I am this. You see this? I am this S in the SoundStage logo, because apparently I can't be brought to actually start this live stream. Rest in peace, Noah's porn collection, says Cavoodle. Captain Course, how you doing? Bro? What do you feel about the SoundStage? Is that a thing we're gonna do? I may have had... Alright, hang on. Just a minute here. Can I get it? Yeah. So, I may have had some cognac before the stream. It's not my fault, okay? I can't afford cognac. My neighbor brought over some cognac and said, hey, what do you think? And so there you go. So now we're here. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is great. This is going to be the best live stream we've ever had. The best of them. As soon as it starts. When is it going to start? It's going to start pretty soon here, I'm pretty sure. Don't be stupid, be a smarty. Come and join the Nazi party. Zayla Reese. Not now, baby. Later. Later. Oh crap! I'm sorry. I just touched the microphone. That probably hurt for you guys. All right, let's actually start in SoundStage here. Well, we can't pawn. Well, why can't we? God, I've been waiting long enough to get started in this damn thing. Why can't we just start pawn? Well, problem being the headphones aren't in my ears. So, yeah. By the way, is that too loud for you? I'll bet it's been very annoying until exactly this second and is continuing to be annoying. I'm sorry. This is just the kind of quality level you get from me when I'm on cognac. Damn it. Okay, I figured out which is the left earbud and which is the right. So we're making progress. Stick with me, everybody. It's really gonna take off here in a couple of minutes. God frickin' hell, where's the right earbud? Put it in my ear, baby. Oh yeah, now I get to hear what you guys have been hearing. Stop, boom, ba, boom, ba, dum, ba, da, boom, 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 da, da, boo, doo, ba, da, doo, ba, da, doo, ba, da, boom, ba, da, doo, ba, da, doo. Yeah, except for the drums are a little bit laggy. So I'm actually a drummer, so I know how to do this. It's just, yeah! No, that sucked. That sucked fun. We'll try something else. Yeah! Yeah, peace out. Drop the mic. Mic is attached to my wrist, so that's as much as I can drop it. Alright, people, let's actually get into this damn thing, SoundStage. See if we can't stop it from making those frickin' sounds, first off. Thank you! Jesus, God, Pawn, you could have done that at any time. I'm sorry, I could have, but I didn't. I'm on cognac, baby. It's smooth and caramely and vanilla. It's good. But the real question is, can you spawn in a sound shaper? A sound shaper? What do you mean? Like maybe... No, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what that's about. Is the piano from First Encounter, says the abridged hero. Noah isn't paid. Okay, I'm gonna hate this stream, says Cavoodle. Welcome to the Hate This stream. Is that a theremin? It's, a sound cube? It's a cube, but, it might as well be a theremin. It's the virtual equivalent. It's the virtual reality equivalent of it. I love how everyone is being and blank to me, pretending like it's my fault. No, Crow, it's your fault. It's your hard drive failed. No, it's Western Digital's fault. Damn you, Western Wait, no, it could be it's Seagate's fault. Seagate, you bastard. Well, actually, Samsung is making SSDs. What kind of drive was it on? No. Was it on a Seagate SSD? Or was it on... Was it a hard drive? Or was it a memory bank that's been crammed into a piece of flat plastic? What was it, Noah? Why are you holding out on me? I need answers! I need answers! Chat needs answers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Whoa! What the hell was that? What just happened? Oh! Oh! We've got a menu here. I'm not on that much cognac, okay? I'm playing it up. Damn it, Noah, it's your fault. I blame the liberals. It's the liberals' fault. This is a menu. And chat is really in my way right now, then. I need to put... You guys can't see it, but I can see it. Put this over here, and settings. I need to hide the examples. Goodbye, examples. Boom. Welcome to the actual space in which we will be making music today. I was watching Doctor Who, then I put off my headphones, and it started making noises, says Noah Crow. Okay, at what point are you going to tell me whether it was Western Digital or Seagate? Huh? Huh? Noah? We need answers! We need answers from the Liberal Party about this bollocks that you guys have been throwing at us! 4 more years of Trump! Because I want to see the world burn beneath my feet. Okay, I think the first thing that we're going to need, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to need a camera. We're going to need a camera, huh? Hi, how you doing? I am the Ronin Pawn. This is me. That's the menu behind me. What do you think, guys? Huh? Is it a pretty cool program already that I can do this sort of a thing? No, it's ass, and you hate it? Well, screw you too. Okay, well, first thing I need to do, I'm just gonna lift my VR headset a little bit. I'm gonna put this camera right in the spot where the VR webcam is, looking at approximately the same angle. There we go. Now we got a camera. We got a camera. You guys can see me from exactly the place where the VR webcam is. Which begs the question, if I were to put my headset up and switch over to here, okay? What do you got? What do you got? Can you see me? Does it work out the same? No, because the field of view, the field is not, it's not quite right, Pawn. Well, this is just the mode that I can go into where I can block the... Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat, everybody. You don't want to see what's going on over here. Noah Crow won't tell us whether it's Western Seagate Digital or not. So, okay, that mode isn't going to work unless you spend some serious time setting it up. Well, I could send some serious words if I just brought it forward. Just brought it forward from about where it is. And then what do we got? Huh? Now we got it. No, just abandon it, Pawn. You're going to need to just switch back over to the other scene where you're a little guy in the corner. That's useful. Yeah, and then you guys can still look at me, see what's going on. SoundStage is really awesome. Isn't it, though? Wouldn't you agree? I agree. WackyCast. Oh, WackyCast! Hello, WackyCast! Check out WackyCast on YouTube.com, ladies and gentlemen. I found him. I found WackyCast when, if you guys remember, I did, if I remember, I did that game where it was like a little French art game. You remember that? Oh, I'll never remember because it was a French name to it. But it was the art game where you just paint. The goal of the game is to paint as many, veg and meat as you possibly can. And I was looking to see what other people were doing with the game. I found WackyCast. Check out WackyCast's YouTube channel. He drinks cognac too, don't you, Wacky? Yeah, baby! Passport 2! It was Passport 2! WackyCast remembers? I don't know. My brain is freaking haggard. Look at that! Look at that! I did that without even looking at it! Without even looking at it! I did it in my face, is in your face. Alright. So what are you gonna do, Pawn? Well, first off, let's just... Okay, first thing that I need to do is I need to set up, like, a way for me to turn the camera on and off. So, if I can just find the device here. A touchpad, okay? I got a touchpad right there. See that? See that floating in space? Hi, Wacky. I'm a big fan. Hey, look, Metabyte is here. He's a fan of Wacky. I don't have any fans here, but, good day for you, Wacky, isn't it? You mother. All right. I'm going to take this touchpad, and what I'm going to have to do, all right, I'm going to do it once just so that you can see it. I'm going to attach this cable, right? This cable, and attach this cable to the camera. Will you just attach to the frickin' camera? Did it attach? I think it attached. Now, were I to press the button, boom! You're looking out of my eyes. You can see what I'm seeing, which is this camera that's sitting over here. And if I hit it again, boom, we're back to broadcasting this to the desktop. Which means that this wire needs to get the F out of the shot there. I'm very sorry. I do apologize. Boom. Are we broadcasting? Well, now I can't see. Will you tell me if I'm... Alright, it's a little bit janky. If I turn it off and turn it back on, and then if I press the view tracker button, now I can see what you're seeing. Okay. Perfect. Really? I mean, perfection is unattainable, but yeah, now I've got a button where I can reach over here and hit the button like that. Boom. You guys can see either what I'm seeing or what's the other thing. So I'm going to turn it off now. Ever since SoundStage came out, I've been waiting to see, we are number one in it. This is meta, but I am number one in it. By the way, the frame rate goes to hell when you've got this thing open, so if you get SoundStage and you're playing with it, just take it down whenever you're not using it. Okay, so, what are you doing, Pawn? See, I've done that. Alright, well, first off, we need to set up a stage. We need to set up a stage for everybody, so I'm going to have a couple of reverbs, and then get rid of that, because it ruins the frame rate. Alright, and then what I'm going to do, okay, you're looking through my eyes right now, correct? I know that's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, you see what I'm seeing? I think you see what I'm seeing, this tiny little thing, okay? I'm going to do like that. And I'm going to do like this. This is, you know, most people would focus on making music in a music-making sort of a thing. But me, I'm working on the visuals here. So yeah, like that. That's nice. Okay, so we got that set up. Now I'm going to need a noise box. Where's the noise? Show me the noise. Bring in the funk. Bring in the noise. Bring in the noise, people. Okay, so we got the noise. Get rid of that damn thing. And then I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Whoa, okay, if you have problems with, you know, I should have said this beforehand. If you have problems with, you know, seizures and that sort of a thing, you may want to just look away from the screen right now. You got 3, 2, 1. Ah! Are you still with me or did you die? Here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to put this over that. So we've got a nice, like, little roof going on. In fact, I would like it to have a little bit of that. No, that's probably not a good idea, Pawn. Yeah, because then people will have seizures, and then you'll have to be, you know, the cops are going to call again. So I'm just going to put that there. Now, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this, right? And then I'm going to make a duplicate of it. Did I make a duplicate of it? I made a duplicate of it. All right, and then I'm going to set that somewhere over there. Somewhere over there, and then just adjust the positioning of this. There we go. And then you guys maybe could be bigger. Yeah. I'll just put them at the corners of my play space. In fact, you go away. Just throw you away. Boom. And I'm gonna grab this and then make a duplicate. Ooh, we have a new follower, ladies and gentlemen, and the new follower is. Steam Guy 317 is now following. Welcome, Steam Guy 317. Are you the person who put an extra one of these in here? Put an extra 2 of these in here? Damn it, Steam Guy 317. What the hell are you doing to me? I need to throw these away. Boom, boom. And now, I got these guys at the corners of my play space. How's that look? That looks good. This one's a little naff. Over there, how's that look? You know, it's not symmetrical, is my issue with it. Yeah, it's still not symmetrical. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Rodent Pawns SoundStage live stream, baby. What you are seeing right now is totally the size that it appears on your screen. It is not forced perspective whatsoever. Not at all forced perspective in the slightest even. Even in the slightest. Not even a thing. Welcome to the stage upon which we will be making music. Which we will be doing from my view, first off. Wait a second, let me put you back over here so I can look at chat. Wait, broadcast to desktop. And it's a 1 terabyte Seagate, says Noah Craw. Damn you, Seagate! Damn you! It's your fault that we lost BinBot and every other thing. Oh, what is this? Lol, Noah's hard drive are broken. Make them tunes, says WackyCast. Alright, we're gonna make some tunes. But we're gonna start from my perspective. Okay, so what kind of tunes are you gonna make? Well, the first thing to play with in a synth music make-a-fire, as this is an oscillator. Oscillators are the thing. You know, that's what synth is all about, is oscillators. Is it? Is that what it's all about? Entirely and totally. I'm gonna put you down to low. I'm gonna put you can be at high. I'm gonna just turn you down. No, it's too loud. You, and then Yeah, you as well. I don't want to hear from you at all right now. We're just hearing from these guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this up. Let's see, we've got frequency control and we've got volume control. So frequency control from here to... I need an input, right? Is that it? I think that's it. So now if... See, you're a high. And then if I turn you up, I turn... Okay, I don't know how to do this. Woo! Okay. That's you. I'm hearing you. Yeah! Huh? Yeah, that's music, isn't it? So you're low frequency, and if I attach the frequency control... Wait, is this your out? If your out goes into the frequency control there, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. And now we're gonna learn something. I said we're gonna learn We're gonna learn something. We're gonna learn something about the different kinds of waveforms that exist in blah-de-blah, blue-de-de-blue. When I grab this, okay, so this is a soft wave. I don't know what it's called, a regular waveform. This is making it more of a square waveform. Hear the difference there and see the difference there. If we go to a triangle waveform, it raises and falls, raises and falls. Turn that down a little. Turn you up a little. That's nice. That's nice. That's in the background for me. Is it in the background for you? Those fat beasties make a rickroll, says Noah Craw. Ding dong, the whatever is dead. Okay, we're just learning right now. I'm going to do something impressive by the end of this live stream. It's probably going to involve me just getting naked, because by the time we end up, making music, it's not going to do a thing. But, put you down into that one now. This is a low, by the way, these are both on low frequency, and this is high frequency. So this is in a frequency where you can't really hear it very well. It would just be pops and stuff. You hear all the clicking and whatnot? That's lovely, isn't it? Okay, so for you, I want a little volume. What do I want? Ooh. That's nice. That's not nice. That sucks. Alright, that sucks entirely. Let's just get rid of that. You, go over there. I like this though. This is nice. We need a fat beat to go along with it though. So for now, I just shut you almost up. I suppose I could shut it completely up. Hang on. If I put in a speaker, then... Wait, do I have like a mute button on this thing? I don't seem to have a mute button on this bit. Alright, well, life sucks and then you die, get a helmet. I'm just gonna move this off to there. Yeah, that'll still be in this view. Hi guys, how you doing? Huh? You still with me? What are you doing? Don't you have any pre-made samples in the browser you can use? Says WackyCast. Of course I do. But I don't want to be bothered with that. I'll tell you what. Alright, we'll get serious now. I just been messing around a little bit. Both of you go away. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to lay down a fat beat. So first thing I'm going to need is a drum machine. Boom. Got a drum machine, and I'm going to need my tapes. Thank you very much. Where am I going to put this? Put it over... Just trying to figure out where you guys will be able to see it from both views here. So there, and that. Where's the drum machine? Give me this. Drum machine. Looks good. There. Yeah, this is going to be basically the whole stream is me going, oh, but what looks good? Is this good? Is that good? Is the other thing? I'm just going to put that like that, and then, you know what? Come over here. Come with me. See my eyes. Add custom samples from the desktop. Yes! Why don't you do that? Why don't you shut up with your tooltips? That didn't get rid of the tooltip. Oh, that's because you're over the custom. Alright, so first thing we're going to need is some drums. We're going to need some drums. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So I'm going to take this tape, I'm going to put that in there. Well, I'm going to take this tape and I'm going to put it in. Put it in. Put it in her. She wants it. There you go. And then over here, and then we're going to put that in. Damn it! I put it over the second one. Put it in there. My hands are shaky. I'm on cognac. I'm on cognac. Just get both of them in there. Damn you. All right, so now. Right. That sounds good. Let's try. No, stop with the selecting things I didn't select. Okay, I need that to be one longer, because I don't like that beat. Okay, but I want this to be more like this. No, it's gotta come in faster. Yeah, alright, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And I'm gonna need, let's see, rock. No, I'm gonna need maybe SFX. Just gotta find the sample I'm looking for. No, none of that. EDM? Oh, I like that. I like that. So it's gonna go in down here. That's a little bit too loud, though, don't you think? I'm not sure if I love the. I don't love any of it. In fact, get out of there. Get out of there. What else? Yeah, that's nicer. Yeah, but it is a little bit too loud. So I'm going to put in a speaker over here so I can control the audio level of it. Boom. Okay, I'm supposed to be able to control the audio level of it. Oh, it's inverted for some reason. It's doing volumes backwards. Wow, that's a big old plug, isn't it? Looks like something from Logging Gurren. Gurren Logging. I'll just put you down there then. Yeah, that's a little bit messed up. That's not how that's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure. But it's controlled the audio level. There's another better way to control audio level, Spawn. The mixer. Alright, fine then. Oh, Jesus! No, you're too loud. You need to go away. You're too big, rather. You, come on over here. Like that, and then you just disappear. Okay, well I can't control the audio levels. This program is a little bit screwy, if I'm honest with you. I mean, shouldn't I be able to control the audio level? This is the output of that. that particular sound wave. It should be. We just controlled it with a speaker. Alright. This is a little bit abandonedware, I think, is what we've got going on here. You go into that. And then when I make it bigger, for some reason it gets quieter. There, we got a beat. Fat beat, you're welcome. YouTube popcorn. There is a lot of sound popping. I suggest lowering the game volume. Okay, we can do that. No problem. It is a, you know, it's about music though, so. By the way, did I mention the whole don't tune in if you've got problems with seizures? I just noticed where I was leaning. Okay, so there. We got a little fat beat going there. I'm gonna need something to go along with this. I'm thinking a keyboard. Now here's the thing with the keyboard. I have been working very hard to try and figure out how to get a keyboard to do voice. Which is, alright, first get that off the screen because it ruins the frame rate. When I take like for example, acoustic instruments. So, hear that? In fact, shut up. So these different instruments, these are different octaves of the same note. And the idea is that you can take those octaves, plug them into the keyboard, use it as a voice. Alright, no, I don't need you. Use it as a voice so that the keyboard plays a certain, you know, it sounds that way. I could have a saxophone running through this monophonic keyboard. I've been trying to figure that out, and I think in my head I've figured it out. I haven't tried it yet, but it would be to take a sampler. These are the things that are in this program. It's freaking awesome. Take a sampler, and then let's have piano 2. We'll put the piano 2 into the sampler. Put it on one shot, not loop. And then I believe what I want to do is take the keyboard, and I want to wire the frequency out to the speed control of the sampler, because the frequency is going to be, you know, what note is being played ostensibly, but the speed control of this, right? That note, the way to make it sound higher or lower is to either play it faster or slower. So with the frequency out to the speed, and then the amplitude out to the volume control, I should now have complete control of that through the piano. Except, the other thing that I'm going to need to do, sample trigger, is going to have to be connected, I think, from the output of this. Yeah, when this fires, the output needs to go to the trigger in order to... Ow! And then you need to not stop playing. That's not working. I mean, it's working, but what is this switch? It continues playing in my one ear. It's really hurting me. What about sample trigger? Whoa! Oh, it's working without the sample trigger. It just needs to... Okay, so this keyboard needs to be muted, which is back here. There we go. I could be actually showing you guys this stuff. Okay, so, yeah, we've got amplitude out, frequency out, running to the speed control in and the volume control in on this. And then that's it. I didn't need that, but I also put the keyboard onto mute so that it's muting its own internal speaker, which should allow me to do nothing whatsoever. God frickin' hell. I've been trying to make this work. I have really been trying to make this work. So if I turn it back off of mute... Okay, that seems to be working, but it's working as it's playing the whole thing. I need it to fire the thing when I hit the button. Is there another output here? MIDIs, ins, and outs, and then all I have is the output of the keyboard, which apparently sends a constant output. which would explain why if I attach this to here, we get an immediate thing. And it just holds. And it's not even played in the piano there either. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is there a way to fix it? Check the sides. Then ice cream it. Fuck. Wiring Simulator 2017, isn't it though? There used to be, in the previous version of this, there was just an instrument input, is what they called it. Hang on. Damn it. There you go. There was just an instrument input, and it was right here on the keyboard, like right there. And he took that out because people were saying, well, it's not quite realistic in how this stuff works in the real world. And then he split it off into the developer, the speed control, volume control, frequency out, volume out. And I have only ever seen someone do this where they just took a sample and plugged it straight into the keyboard and it worked. So now I've been struggling to try and get it to just take a voice the way that it should. Are there any other inputs on the sampler or outputs, for God's sake? We got the sample trigger, but that's all I've got. And when I attach, hang on, the wires are in my face now. When I attach the output of the keyboard to that, it just has a constant sample trigger. I need it to fire on the trigger. Now just because me, but because I can yell at him when his blanks up the audio again. Hello, Kenneth! Welcome, Pawn. Go into the voice chat. Oh, we do have a voice chat on here. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go over to the voice chat. Let me pop into Discord. I forgot to set it up. There's a lot that I'm setting up. So if we go over into our Discord voice chat, discord.com/something something. It doesn't really work. And then, boom. The Outhouse live stream. I'm here, Kenneth. Can you hear me, Kenneth? You're muted. I can see that he's muted in chat. But now he can yell at me when I mess up the audio, in case he wants to. So I still have no freaking idea how to get a voice to go into the keyboard, or rather the keyboard to come out to the voice. Let's try experimenting with the, what's it called? It's a xylophone rolling kind of a thing there. Maybe this has the capability of working with that in a way that the keyboard doesn't, which if it does, you know, it's just all broken. There's a lot of possibilities in here, but seriously, it could do more yesterday than it can do today. So we'll put in the xylophone roll, and by the way, guys, come with me. Come with me, follow my eyes. Piano A2, right. So here's the xylophone roll, which is kind of cool because it's polyphonic. The keyboard is monophonic, which means it can only play one note at the same time, but the xylo roll can do that. So, right. Wait. And it can hold a note. There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. I don't know what the notes are to that exactly. I've been learning to play it, but... so can I pipe this into that or that into this in a way that, you know, actually works? Get rid of that. It's screwing up the frame rate, Pawn. You continually forget. There's an output back here. There's a MIDI in and out. What have we got? We've got OSC or sample. Sample! Oh my god! Boom! Boom! Hey! It just works! I don't even need this piece of crap! How do I make them monophonic? Doesn't matter, Pong, you got this working. Alright, cool. So, alright, so, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, When the saints go marching in. Oh. Run upon read amplitude to sample input. I use music programs like this Studio, and that's how it works. Amplitude to sample input. If I wanted to make the monophonic work, amplitude to the sampling. Oh, Noah, thank you. For God's sake, could they have made it more complicated? It used to just be a plug. You put one plug in, it just works. Okay, it's more realistic though. Blah blah blah, flippin' blah. So we get that, and then I get a sampler. Boom, put the sampler up there. Grab the piano and make a copy of it. Copy. All right, don't make me a copy of it. Grab it from here. Another piano up here, and then you go in there. And then the idea that Noah's got for us is you take the frequency out and you put it in the speed out. And you got the amplitude out, and that goes into the triggering of the thing to play. And then... Oh! That's lovely. And now if I muted the keyboard itself, would it still work? As I control out, it does work. That is way more what I wanted. I don't like the polyphonic thing for some reason. Get away, get out of here. You go back into the trash can. I prefer this. It's a better keyboard. It's got more keys on it. Does it? Yes, it does, in fact, because there's that one on this one. So you could do, There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You became a light on the dark side of me, and love remains a drug that's the high, not the pill. And did you know that when it snows, my eyes become white, and the light that you shine can be seen, baby? I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Woo! Alright, that's enough. I'm running out of breath here. I don't get stream audio anymore. Let me know if the game audio messed up. He's playing a audio game, lol. Haven't been banging your head on the desk too hard, I hope, says an M49. What? Is the audio coming across? Was it worth it, says the abridged hero. But was it worth it? He played the drum kit. Thought he was perfect, but was it worth it? Pawn. The fuck are you singing? It sounds like a dying fish. Hey! It came out of my throat, so you should be nicer about that. What if I changed the... Yeah, baby. Cool, it works. So here's the thing we could do then. Go to the sequencer, and I'm gonna need you to get the F out of the way of the sequencer then. I'll just set you off in the back, and you guys can come back with me. Okay, so let's record loop. Don't loop it. Don't overdub it. Don't worry. Yeah, note lock it. And then I'm gonna record. Wait, no, not play. Damn it. Go back to the beginning. Thank you very much. And record. Damn it, I messed it up. I need to record again. Damn it, there's not enough length here. I need more length. Oh wait, it was recording past that. What? No, it wasn't, because you gotta stretch this out for it to record. Alright, go over there and friggin' record it. Okay, now you can stop whenever you want to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this to snap. This is, what is this called? This is a Sequencer. Alright, so I'm going to tell this to snap my audio to the beats, and it definitely messed them up. If I go to, like, less beats, and then... Close! It's close! Let's try it again. Take it from the top. No, stop, 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 please. This needs to be, like, here. I think I need another beat in there. So in quarters, and then like this. Stop. This needs to go over here. Go back to the beginning. Back to the goddamn beginning. Okay, so the only thing that's broken is this section and that section. Actually, all of this is off by a beat. So I'm going to select all of this stuff with the virtual reality controllers. Boom. Will you please, for the love of God, just frickin' work? Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Can you... No? How about like that? Will you select the damn things? There we go! And I just need them to drag over by one note. And the same thing I need to do with these. Over by one note. And then if we play it, from the beginning. Ah, it's too late! So this section is too late now. I need you to come in. Why do you not love me? Okay, like that, and then I let go. For the love of God. And there, and then again from the top, again. Yes, we got it. So now I want to take the end point of this and try and figure out where it should be for the sake of looping. And I'll turn the loop on. Go to the end. Yeah, it sounds good. That's right. That's the way it should be. Shut up. Shut up. There we go. Okay, I'm here finally. Had to fix website issues. Now be right back. Gonna go make a sandwich. Alright, thanks for coming, Blind Gaming. Not enough length. That's what she said, says get of the one. Dying Fish, I thought it wasn't half bad. Thank you, Wacky Cast. My voice is... It contains Dying Fish, but it's not made of them. Don't keep your hopes up, says Hologram. Listen, we finally got this sequenced, right? You know, we managed to get that hooked up and that sequenced. Here, now we can finally, like, put the two of them together, right? Just as I'd always planned! Perfect! Shut up. Shut up. Wait a second. And that reminds me of something. Hang on, what is it? It's, how does it go? Let me look at my actual keyboard in the room to try and figure out what I usually do here. Okay, I think it's, Shoot! I can't remember! It'd be so cool if I could do this. To go, it's, There is a place that still remains. It eats the fear, it eats the pain, the sweetest price he'll have to pay. The day the whole world went play KSP in VR, says Hologram 1. That's the thing you can do, isn't it? And Elite Dangerous, I tried that in VR. It looks pretty bad, honestly. Yeah, I mean, just my honest, when I first popped into it, I was like, wow. You know, like this, the sky looks like it's miles off. It's far away. In Elite Dangerous, when I popped into it, the sky was like pretty much right here. I mean, look through my eyes. Look how far off the sky. It's way over there. It wasn't like that in the other. It wasn't. Okay. Do you want to actually try and accomplish something here today, Pawn? Maybe make some music of some kind? It's just hard to decide where to start if you're going to do that. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. The frame rate goes to hell when you've got this thing, especially close to your eyes. Woo! It's 20-something for me on a 1070 with... Rodent Pawn, instead of a thank you, if you can make Axel F, I'll be happy. What's an Axel F? What's an Axel F? That's a song? Still hasn't said thanks, says Noah Craw. For what? What did you do? For breaking your hard drive, Noah? Thanks, Noah. Thanks for that. Thanks, friend. Thanks. Pawn. I loved it. Elite Dangerous VR scared me because I got my cockpit cracked and I was screaming, says Hologram 1. I tried it myself. I wasn't impressed. I'm not impressed with Elite Dangerous in the first place, so that shouldn't have been no surprise. Yeah. Gonna make some music, Pawn? Well, what I wanted to do, actually, was I wanted to work on the idea of doing Seal's A Kiss from a Rose in here. Which, if I'm going to, then come with me. Come with me, folks. You know, it may be incredibly boring to start with and to finish with, but, you know, it'll produce something at the end of the day anyway. So, deal. So my premise here was to take this that has been sequenced on the keyboard with the sound effect, right, and by the way, go back to the beginning, and then sequence this such that the first thing to play would be that. Can you go ahead and make sure it's snapping, and snap that to the very beginning. So I'll start that, and then the signal out for this, when the sample fires, I want you to cause, well, first let me figure out where the input is for this. Looks like it's on the underside of it. So if I grab this, gotta be very careful not to touch the record dialog, because I've done that before. So I want that to hook up to here. So the sample from this chain needs to go into that, like so. Yeah, and then when I play this, it should have fired the sample and didn't. And it's on loop, and it's sending the... Maybe there's another output that I'm taking it from. It's the wrong place. On the back here, instead of the sample that I'm looking for, what's this? Pulse out, that's what I'm looking for. So, the pulse out from there. God, it's loud! Stop. And you stop. Okay, so the idea here is to, one, make this long enough that I can then, like, because it's the same part repeated twice, right? So actually, all I need on this keyboard is that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete everything else I did there because I just repeated the same part. So if I do this, this? No? No, you won't do that? Why won't you do that? I'm just going to delete all of these parts, I guess. I thought I could select it and delete it, and I probably can, but the interface is new to me. So if this thing goes to about there, and then it'll be... Go ahead and throw it on loop for just a sec. Oh, it is on loop? All right. Yep, that works. That works. So now all I need is that little section, and the idea being that when you start from the sequencer over here, and then it wants to do it again, probably right about there. Shut up! There we go. Yep. So that's the beginning of Seal's A Kiss from a Rose on the Gray. And we need to now figure out how to do the rest of it. And the best thing I can think of doing is making this nice and small and not that important. In fact, put it over here. I love this. I love that you can scale everything. And then you, sir, also need to come over here. Can I scale you as well? Oh, of course I can. Oh, of course I can. I love it. I absolutely love it. So there you go. That's brilliant. So then the next thing that we would need in order to make the song Ice Cream, if I buy you Uno, would you play with me and others on streams as blind gaming? Uno? 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 I haven't played Uno since I was at my grandparents' house in Florida in 2014, and I'm just making those numbers and statements up for the sake of humor. Uno! I love playing with this VR camera. If you're not going to play Axel F, then at least say thank you for the amp tip, says Noah Craw. Did I not express my thanks by wetting myself in... Thank you, Noah Craw. Thank you for the tip. For the tip, I thank you. Wait. It was all a ploy. He just wanted me to say thank you for the tip, if you know what I mean. Damn it, Axel. I mean, Noah Craw. Damn it, Axel? Wow, that is how my brain works these days, guys. You know, you should feel sorry for me, all things considered. Okay, so, I've got that set up. Go back to the view that makes everybody want to vomit. What's next? I think I do need the Xylo roll for this. In order to do some, like... I presume that there's going to be a sequencer built into this, and that it will also have somewhere on this the similar outputs as that, so that I can do a voice. Can I not do a voice through this? Because it doesn't really have outputs, does it? Anybody see an output? I mean, other than MIDI in, MIDI out? I'm not noticing, you know, anything. Is there an output on the back of this that I didn't notice? No? No, well, maybe the Xylo roll then isn't a thing. You know, it's a performing kind of a tool. Oh! There's just an output, though. That's all there is. Well, that's not going to work. That's not what I want out of life. Instead, I'm going to throw that away. Ugh. How long have we been going on the live stream? It's after 5. I'm supposed to take a break at this point. Yeah, but we haven't accomplished anything. You've just been effing around. Yeah, well, you know. What do you want from me? For example, Synth49 donates $5 for Noah, the hero of this stream. Noah, hero of the stream. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you for the donation, Synapse49, and for Noah for, you know, figuring out how the hell to wire the keyboard, the very tiny keyboard over here. That sounds extremely loud in my ears. To the thing. Do we do stuff other than F around here, says APVXX? No, we don't. That's the genius of it. The hero of Canton, the man they call Noah. I swear to God, you guys, I am a musician. I play guitar. I play drums. I play piano. I've never really messed with a lot of synth stuff, but I have done a fair bit of recording in my day. I have set up 16-track, multi-track recording where each track is being recorded over fiber wire directly to a computer through an interface via a Fostex outboard recorder with, and the most I ever used was about 12 microphones at a time. I know some of this stuff. I know how to make musacs. I'm just having a little bit of trouble because of the cognac. But stay with me, because we're going to get it figured out sooner or later here. I love that you can do the forced perspective by making like little mini tiny things and then shoving them in front of the camera. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me for, the continuing live stream as we potentially actually make music at some point. Make something that's worth listening to. By the way, SoundStage, really good in that, all this comes up. When I, put the headset up and then get close to my computer screen, it, realizes, okay, you probably want to deal with, what's actually on the desktop at this point. Very smart. A lot of other programs don't do that. And they need to learn from you, because very smart indeed. Stay with us. I will be back after the break. And during the break, why don't you listen to music? Where the hell is my music thing on the desktop? My music thing has disappeared. Oh, God, I'm going to have to actually go through the file interface to my overlay of the videos and then the resources and then over to my music list and then select something to play. For example, RSPN by Blank Kit. Back in 7 minutes! Don't go nowhere! Pawn's still here! See? I'm still here. Hello, I am the Ronin Pawn, and this is SoundStage. Welcome back to it, friends. We are on with the SoundStage. Oh, crap. The sound cut off. What are you talking about? I'm trying to not get fired, okay? What, Noah Craw? For the bot disappearing overnight? We just, let's see, what do? You know, run yourself like a check disk. And, you know, you run a check disk, that'll help a little bit if it's just a minor corruption. If it's not a minor corruption, you're going to need software to do recovery. And then the other thing, and I don't know, you know, if we lose bin bottom, that's the least of our concerns, all said and done, you know, because you will have lost a hell of a lot of stuff. By the way, hi, I'm just right up in your face. Right up in your face here. Welcome back to SoundStage. Ronin Pawn, I'm getting you Uno, and you're going to play with me at some point. It's my 5th goal of the month. Jesus, that sounds just... It sounds like a lot, Blind Gaming. 5 goals in a month? Did you accomplish any of those? I'm lucky if I get like a quarter of a goal a month. I lost all my stuff, says Noah Craw. Right. Isn't it just awful? I've been through that at least twice in my life where, you know, a hard drive went and I tried to recover things and I didn't get half of it back. And at some point you just call it and realize it's just not going to happen. And when it doesn't happen, it's actually quite a relief, Noah. So don't worry, like you'll get to that point where it's just going to be like, it's all gone. It's truly all gone. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. Great. I'm getting a raid now. Seriously, says Noah Croc. That's even worse. Well, no, okay. You're getting a raid that redundancy data, right. I've got a raid set up on my C drive that is for absolute positive speed, and so it's just a striped RAID array, and there's no redundancy whatsoever. But it's C drive. It doesn't have any of my video files on it, except for the ones that I've just recorded, which, okay, so that could be a problem. It's okay, I've got an online backup. Oh God, Noah, you are a portent upon this channel. You are a portent upon everything that I've ever tried to do. Albatross hanging around my neck and whatnot. I'm seeing if I can get unlimited backups of all data for all partners. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't that be great? Blind Gaming always working for us with his 5 goals a month. Quit working hard. Work stupid like me. It's much better. Alright, we need to get back in here, don't we? I need to actually do something. You guys let me know about the audio. Because I don't know when the audio's good and when it's not. I only know when I'm grabbing the controllers. And when the frickin' frame rate is ass. What is wrong with the frame rate here? Come back to me, frame rate. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's like unplayably horrible. Let me see if I turn off the broadcast to desktop, and yeah, that helped a lot. But it's still a little ass. It's workable, withable ass, though. See, now I can look in here, and then you guys can see me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. This thing should not be here. It should be somewhere over here. I can actually make this smaller too, but I probably shouldn't because I've played with that before and it doesn't work out very well. So here's what we did before the break, in case you're just joining us. So that is a sequence created on this keyboard, which is hooked up to this sampler using the piano A2 sample that is being triggered by this sequencer that is telling it to fire it once, and then when it gets to the end of it, fire it again. So the potential of this is that you could set up like a greater song sequence on this piece, which, by the way, I could be facing the microphone right now. I'm making a conscious choice not to. I'll just speak a little louder. So the sequencer potentially could be used to set up a song sequence that would have, and then you could have like individual parts like this set up so that it would fire them, because most songs come down to like 5 or 6 parts. They come down to like 5 or 6 parts. You know, you got like an intro, you got a bridge, you got a verse, you got a chorus, you got maybe like a solo kind of thing. So you could set up all those 5 or 6 parts for a song individually on the sequencers back here, and then have them largely sequenced by an overarching sequencer that just calls to them to fire when they're supposed to fire, and then you only have to make each sequence once, and it just loops them at the point that they're supposed to be looped, which I guess is the concept of synth music. I don't know. Like describing something, yeah, and pawn. And, by the way, I'm kind of getting sick of this. I'm already sick of this, and my frame rate has gone to just absolute ass here, and maybe it has something to do with these guys. So, you know, you're beautiful and everything, boys, but I'm just going to get rid of you. It's really horrible. It's like 12 frames per second right now, and that also has to do with the fact that I'm putting this, it just gets worse over time, and I don't know what the hell it is with my system either. If you guys could help me out with that. What the hell is it with my computer in particular? I know it gets better when I turn that off. After time, I've got a friggin' 1070 graphics card in here. It's an AMD FX 8350, but when I'm looking at like what's going on with these programs, it does not seem, I've got the displays right here on my desktop. Oh yeah, we're using 99% of my CPU's abilities right now. Okay. It builds up though, is the thing. It seems to build up on my system, over time. And if I look at the amount of RAM that I'm consuming right now, I can't because it's off screen, but I don't think that it's that I'm pushing RAM. And I've turned off like the heat features in the BIOS, where it's supposed to like clock it down in order to turn down the... I just don't know what the hell is wrong with my computer, that if I play it too long, things start backing up. Off topic, but looking at burying city skylines, you guys have an opinion you'd share on which version? Oh, buying city skylines as APV. Which version I should pick up in terms of just the game, or all the add-ons, or just a couple particular add-ons? Well, you rich MFer, says Noah Cry in reference to something Kenneth said. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any recommendations on that other than, city skylines in and of itself is fun. Does anyone recommend particular mods for it? Because I haven't gotten that into it. Don't get natural disasters, says Cavoodle. Well, there you go. See? Something is being accomplished on this live stream. Certainly not making of music. In terms of making of music, first off, I feel like I should crash. I should crash the video here because, wow. It looks okay. It looks smooth enough for you guys, but God, for me in the headset, it's just awful. It's just awful, it is. I think I might need to kill the program and restart. No, I will deal with it. I will become vomitous just for your sake. Let's do some drum work. Drum work is always fun. So, where's the drum machine? Drum machine. And I can do this a lot better than I did in the first place, because I had a pretty good beat going on when I first got this thing hooked up. So give me 808 drums, and then give me a kick. Okay, that kick. Nice low kick on the first track of the drums, and then go over to the 909. Yeah, I like that. There's a little bit of a crunch to it, but it's still a very low end kind of a kick. And then if I just, you know, tag in some stuff here, just, yeah, so just that in and of itself sounds pretty good. At that speed too. And I can lengthen or shorten this bar if I wanted to, but I'll leave it like that. So what it needs is some high end now. I like this idea. Okay, so what I want to do actually is I want another drum synth. Give me another drum synth, which was where in the menu? Here. Drum machine. Another drum machine. And then I want I think it's on the back of this. Wow, the frame rate is awful for me. I hope it's better for you. Is it? No, it is here. So, yeah. From there, I want you to trigger input to the whole thing? Can I just trigger input to an individual? No, to the whole thing, Pawn, is what you gotta do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So then I want to grab the hi-hat closed. I'm gonna put you in here. And then whatever I do activate on this stream is going to make this start. So let's have it right at the end. No, it needs to be right at the front, actually, as I'm listening to that beat. And then for you, I want to have a higher speed. I want like 16th notes. Let's try that. It didn't work. It's supposed to, when that hits, send the signal off to this to start playing. But it's not. It's an output, isn't it? This is trigger input. So this should fire that when that goes past there. That should have fired and that should have triggered that to go. There's no other ins or outs. Maybe that's just audio out. So that I could hook up a speaker and not a trigger. Well, that screws me over, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit for what I was planning here. Is that right? Those are outs. If I took no, don't make it bigger. If I took this out of here and tried to put it in here, it wouldn't allow it. Yeah, but it will snap it into there. Damn it. Could have, you know. I guess I'm gonna have to use a sequencer then instead. Damn it! Like, this would be very, very useful to be able to have these running at different balls. Let me just look at chat here and see. If you check the far right output, says Peter Taylor TX. I like puzzles, says Caboodle. Hit the play button. Yeah, I did, but if I hit it at the right point. See, that's what I want to happen, but I want it to happen when this fires, and it's not. Just make sure that it's not. Yeah, it's just not doing it. Balls. Balls. So then I would have to do it after a sequencer. On loop. Okay, we can do that then. Sure. Okay, sequencer. Wow, frame rate 2, total ass. I'm just standing as still as I can so I don't start vomiting. How's it look on your end, guys? Where's the sequencer? Sequencer would be sampler. What does it look like? Sequencer. Yeah, and now the tracking is getting so low. My CPU is so overtaxed right now. My controllers are turning into the Vive controllers. I don't know if this is going to work. You need to drop that. That helps a little. Yeah, oh man. I might have to restart the program. Might even have to restart the stream here. So, what I need to CPU out. This is trigger input. So if I put you on loop, and then I have this with the snapping, okay, use the sequencer there, and that is going to stop playing. This output, right, let me just check that is what I think it is. Sample. No, pulse out. So that's what we're looking for, is a pulse out. That's going to be the trigger input for that. And then I'm going to use that trigger in order to start this. I've got you on a loop. Let's see how long it takes to complete the loop on the drum track. Okay, so on the drum track, this is actually, no, don't do that. This needs to be like, in fact, this doesn't need to be there at all. Come on out. Come on out of there. Just delete you. Wait, there, delete you. So on loop, would this then be enough to cause that to just do what it's doing? In case I want to make it more complicated later. Yeah, okay, so that's that. So then for you, if I triggered you based on this, and then I put a trigger sample for there, and then let's see what we end up with. Right, okay. So if I put one, let's say, there. I like that. That's working. So now give me a hi-hat that's open. Yeah, that's working. Do I have another one that's similar? I'm gonna need more space down here, so if I just drag that down, I got more space. Yeah, it's not quite the right sound. If you ask me. Yeah, the frame rate has gone to ass. I'm gonna switch it soon. Ugh. That's cool. I like it. I'm okay with it. But the frame rate is absolutely, positively horrible. Positively, absolutely horrible. For me. Why not put it in the same sequencer? You can add multiple tracks to them by dragging down the little cube on the bottom right. Pray for Noah's forehead. Waiting till Pawn's CPU explodes. Yeah, we are maxed at 100% right now. Let me just look at the... Yeah, RAM consumption, we're at 8.4 of 16 gigs. So it's not RAM. CPU is maxed out, but it wasn't when we began. So it's like backing up and piling up on itself. I mean, it could just be the program, but I find this problem in so much of... In like every program that I run. Every single program. So, I'm gonna have to kill the VR here. Pawn CPU Meltdown 2017. Indeed. Okay, Jesus. God almighty. Give me this. And then, holy crap. Vive doesn't even want to track what I'm doing here. Quit! 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 Quit the program! Confirm! Holy God. I managed to escape, everybody. We managed to escape. It means we lost everything that we've been working on, but that's fine. You know, once we're not working in stuttery CPU death mode, it'll presumably be a lot better, won't it? Thinking he's thermal throttling, says Blind Gaming. It's definitely possible that it's still doing that, but I have my power profile in Windows set to the minimum CPU usage is 100%. So that's one of the places where it would thermal throttle. The other places that it would thermal throttle are in the BIOS. I have turned off Cool and Quiet, which is an option on an AMD board. I've turned that off. There was another option I turned off as well that could have been thermal. It might have just been called thermal throttling. I turned that off. I don't think I turned off, I think it's like A8 mode or something like that. A6, A8 mode. But as I understand it, that's for Intel chips. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is the thermal throttling. I don't know. SoundStage has just, like, crashed. It is not even closing. You know, it could also be that this is, this thing, as far as I know, is developed by a single developer. But like I say, it happens on all my stuff. If I play Just Cause 3 long enough, especially while I'm live streaming and adding that extra CPU overhead. By the way, hi guys, still here. Then it does this as well. You know, in XCOM 2, good God, right? That was a thing. It's not really an issue of hitting the arbitrary numbers. If your CPU is on its last leg, the CPU itself could be suffering, even if it only gets to 60C. It runs, it's running right now at 105 Fahrenheit. I turned it to Fahrenheit so that I could see it more. But it tends to max out at about 120 on the Fahrenheits. Anyway, let's get SoundStage back open so I can continue playing with it. I really like this, and I definitely want to, like, I want to spend probably several hours in this alone and create, you know, a song. Create a song that I'm familiar with. All in synth worked up soundstagey stuff. Can you please, are you going to open SoundStage? I mean, it threatens as though it's going to open, but I don't see it opening. We're at, the CPU's doing something right now, 62%, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you use water cooling or an air cooler, asks Evil Donner Vulcan. It's an air cooler, it is an Evo 212. Yeah, it seems to handle the temperatures pretty well. Lol, water cooling on an old AMD, asks Noah. Well, honestly, I don't get the point of water cooling these days. Like, back in the day, I was really into the idea of water cooling and building. I actually bought a transmission radiator to build into my own, like, personal water-cooled system. But these days, I just don't... you know, like, for me, the concept of water cooling would be more so to reduce noise because of the recording scenario, but in pretty much every water cooling scenario that I've seen, you know, there's like 3 giant fans on them, which are low-spinning, low-speed fans, but I've got the same kind of, you know, giant, low-spinning, low-speed fans on my CPU and my case, and they're doing fine. So I just, like, for the $100 entry point of water cooling, not really getting it. Now, if you were going to water cool and then throw on a Peltier unit, and then, you know, cover your board in silicon so that the frost didn't cause everything to screw up, then that makes a bit of sense to me. By the way, yeah, the game is definitely not loading. Hang on, let me do this from within the VR environment, from, you know, Neo's loadout screen that exists in the HTC Vive. Oh, exit the game. Yeah, let's exit the game, Steam. That might be why it's not loading up, because you think it's still open. Because it crashed, and I had to crash it more thoroughly. Yeah, it's not. Nope. Might have to kill VR entirely. Here, system, exit VR. There we go. And then we'll start it back up and get back in there. Steam VR. Noah Cross says, it's very expensive for very little performance gain over DDR3. Oh, Cavoodle asking, what's the problem with DDR4? Yeah, it's just, it's, you know what I see DDR4 as? The industry had to, this is sunlight coming in. It's such a nice sunny day outside. I'm standing here in a virtual reality headset. The industry that makes memory has to make money in order to stay in business. If you want to be able to like buy DDR at some point, Crucial needs to continue selling memory. So DDR4 was a standard that came along that lowered power consumption by a not insignificant amount, but it's insignificant for an individual user. For servers, it's a lot. It makes a lot more sense. DDR4 as a standard came out, higher frequencies, lower power, but when you look at the way that RAM works, what you've been constantly doing since the beginning of DDR is raising frequencies and then raising the latencies to go along with those frequencies. So it's kind of like you end up getting just a little bit more performance out of every generation of DDR. But the reality is you're increasing the latency for those increased frequencies. So when you think, I got 4,000 megahertz, RAM installed, yeah, that's great. What's your CL rating? What's your latency there? And nowadays, it's gone from back in the day, DDR used to be judged by do you have a 3 or a 4 CL latency? And now it's judged by, do you have a 14 or a 16 latency rating? So the performance boosts are, the way I look at it is the industry has to keep making money, which means they have to keep selling products, and that means turning out new products. New standard emerges, force everybody to upgrade to it, which is what happens when Intel releases its latest i7 line and AMD releases Ryzen. Now it's only compatible with DDR4, and, well, if you want to upgrade, it's a $400 minimum, buy-in to upgrade your motherboard, your DDR, and your CPU all at once, and there you go. That's just the world we live in. It's economics, it's not necessarily the intelligence of technology at work there. Can I please get Steam VR to come back alive? Or have we just turned into the first Pawncast? What do you think of doing Pawncast with me and Silhouette just sitting and walking around the room and shouting at a microphone that's on the other side of the wall, huh? Good idea? Something we should do more of? We could talk about, technology industry and how the man wants to get your money from you. I have an old Athlon 64X2 based rig with 8 gigs of DDR1 in it, and yes, it's only 4 sticks, but they're ECC RAM. Ooh, Jack, 3x3. ECC, a little bit lower on the performance, but it doesn't make mistakes, does it? Ronan Poem, we need RAM to go with the times, though. You can't have DDR1 RAM on a Skylake system, that just wouldn't make sense. Indeed, but the difference between DDR3 and DDR4 is so minimal, I really think that it was a conscious choice by the CPU manufacturers to develop a system that was explicitly DDR4 centric. I think they could have just as easily made it DDR3, DDR4 cross-compatible, but, it's a larger industry. It's not just CPU manufacturing. They're making CPUs, but their friends are making memory, and their friends might even be owned by them at some corporate level. I mean, when you go high enough up, you find out that basically there's just one media content owner that owns all of the, seemingly competing entities, and similar situations exist in all of the industries. So, they're doing favors for their friends, or rather just doing what needs to be done in order to keep the economy flowing and to keep technology developing. I mean, if nobody's buying DDR4, then Crucial is not working on the next, and Crucial, I'm just picking one out of my hat, but RAM manufacturers aren't working on the next generation of RAM that may actually be a large, boon to performance overall. Plus, that DDR4, very, very useful and helpful for mobile systems. Think about laptops and think about cell phones as well that use RAM. Drawing, I think it's like 0.3 watts less per hour, something like that. Drawing that, it's like a 20% gain to power consumption. So for a mobile platform, you're getting a lot more battery life out of anything. So DDR4 was a thing that absolutely had to happen. Just don't particularly, I mean, I don't know the technical specs of it, but I don't feel that DDR4 was such a difference from DDR3 that it really had to be a necessity for Ryzen and for Kaby Lake. I'm now going into my task manager because something be wrong with the Steam VRs. I gotta see if it's still running somewhere. Steam. I might just have to crash all of the Steam client services. That's probably what I'll do. Let's go ahead and kill the Steam client. Steam client is not responding. Yes, let's kill that through Task Manager. That might explain it. Client bootstrapper, goodbye. No more tasks for you. And then down to anything that has the Steam logo in it. Steam error reporter. No, I don't need you around since I'm having a Steam error right now. Who needs that? And then see if I can't just start up Steam VR from the desktop now that I've crashed the Steam relevant crap. Yeah, here we go. We're updating Steam. Running point, it's not though. It's a bandwidth issue at the base level. You can't push X amount of data with DDR3, but with DDR4 you can push 10 times that through the PCI lanes, which since the newer processor have 64, 128, 256 lanes versus the 8 that the FX series had your CPU. It's a big difference. Blind gaming, I just disagree. I just plain out disagree because performance has not increased significantly. I mean, if you look at the multi-processing threading of the AMD FX 8350, Ryzen's 1500X model of CPU is only like a 20% gain over it. And then it goes drastically up as you go up in the Ryzen stuff. But I'll tell you what, KB Lake i7 CPUs, you have to buy a CPU that costs $300 or $400 to just match the performance of my FX 8350 in terms of multi-core processing. Now for single core, that's a different thing, but when you're talking about, you know, extra lanes of processor and being able to shove enough data through something, I don't think that there's a statistically evidenced reality to you can actually get more done at the end of the day because of the upgrades here. They're marginal in terms of DDR, and memory in general has not been a bottleneck for years for most people. You know, for most people, I don't even recommend having more than 8 gigs of RAM in your PC these days, because unless you're doing stuff like I'm doing, the only time that I even push my computer to using all 16 gigs of RAM is when I am loading in new video information into Adobe Premiere and it's trying to process all that, break it down into, you know, video and calculate audio waveforms. While it's doing that, I will get up to 16 gigs and it'll probably start even paging stuff. And then once it's done with that, I go back to 8 gigs and then start flirting around 12 gigs. I don't even use that amount of RAM. And in terms of speed of getting the information from the hard drive to the RAM, there's your bottleneck. Use a couple of SSDs. Like I've got on my C drive, it's RAID striped SSDs, which has a 900 megabit per second possible throughput on it. But you know, once you got it off the hard drive and into RAM, it's so marginal, the difference there in getting the information off of the RAM into the CPU. KB Lake is known for multi-core processing. I think you're talking about Skylake. No, Noah Craw. If you look at the performance of the latest i7 CPUs, multi-core processing, go ahead and pull up like a CPU processor comparison chart at, well, I can't remember any of them, CPUcomparison.com or something like that. But go ahead and look it up. Pull up the FX 8350 versus like the i7 6700, I think is an i7 that's in the modern core. I'm not sure. But look at a modern i7 that's valued around that sells for like $300, and you will see that when you look at multi-core processing specifically, all right, it blows the crap out of it in single core, and that's what's really important for gaming and stuff like that. But in multi-core processing, you compare the 8350 versus a modern i7, it's just, Intel is just barely keeping up with 5 years old AMD technology. What was it called? Something like Iron, it's some kind of weighty name to it, that particular class of processor, just barely catching up to it now. You have to spend $400 or something in order to go past the 8350 in terms of multi-core, and meanwhile, the Ryzen's, they are like 200%. If you're going to spend the same amount of money you would on an Intel chip, you're going to get 200% at least gain, well, not at least, but something like a 200% gain over the KB Lake processor, the i7, that isn't $1,000. There is a competitor to Ryzen's multi-core performance in the Intel line if you have $1,000 to spend exclusively on your CPU. Other than that, you can't beat multi-core for AMD. That said, what most of us really need is good, strong single-core performance. So I would be buying, if I were upgrading today, had $400 to spend on a new motherboard and DDR, I would be getting the Ryzen 1600, not X. I would get the 1600 and I would overclock it to be at X levels. But I would start there because I need the multiprocessing for all the kinds of things that I do. But for most people, and even for a gaming building system, I still think you get a benefit by going to Intel, because when you look at Ryzen's chipset, all that multi-core processing, every single chip in the Ryzen line has the same single-core processing. It's the same chips across all of them, which means if you buy a 1500X for Ryzen, which is below $200, I think it's like 150. I don't know. It's been a minute since I looked at it, but it's relatively cheap. You can buy that, and you'll get certain single-core performance. Or you could buy the Ryzen 1800X that has like 400% the multi-core processor. It has a lot of extra multi-core processing over Intel and over everything else. Still has the same single-core performance. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll get the same performance from programs, because, programs use a little bit of multi-core. There's a lot of quad-core processes used in software today. So you'll get better performance out of the 1800X, but the performance is coming from the exact same single-core chip as far as the statistics read. If you just look at the specification, if you look at what actual computers report in terms of what's the performance that I'm getting out of a single-core process, they tell you you're getting the same exact performance from a 1500 to an 1800 across Ryzen, and without spending $1,000 in Intel, you get the same multi-core processing power from a 1600X, or from a Ryzen 1600, unless you want to spend $1,000. Ronan Plum, that's a great value, honestly. Sadly, I need at least a 1700X for my stuff. I'm already maxing out my i7 4790 non-K easily. Really? Really? What generation is the 4790? That's very curious to me. By the way, can I go to this scene, at least? That scene is, by the way, hello, Greg! Welcome to the stream that turned into a podcast, somehow. Can I... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I think I just crashed the live stream. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are still hearing anything, I have lost. It's just dead to me. It's completely dead to me. Let's see if I close Steam VR, because we're done here. Screw it. This is more fun. Anyway, having a talk about technology. I think, what are you ranting on about, says Noah Craw. Stream is lagging for me. Stream is dead on my end. Hang on. Where's